Hi, folks. This is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report. You know, I talk about looking backward and how it's been such a big part of my life. But well, you also have to look forward. And that's something I'm really doing this winter, is looking forward to what matters so much to me. And I got to tell you, it's the tributaries. It's fishing on our beautiful little streams that empty into the St. Lawrence River in our area. The Grass River has always been one of my favorites, but there's the Deer River and the St. Regis River and the Racket River, and that's just to name a few. And I'm constantly learning about these streams. But these streams reward me in a way that I don't get in lakes and I don't get even on the St. Lawrence River. It's because it's sort of my kind of fishing. And we all have our my kind of fishing. You know, I think of the Grass River and what I've learned over the years trying to become a better angler and fishing the river. And for years, it was about going out and getting muskies and maybe getting some really big bass. And that's changed. I think the biggest joy I get and I got to tell you, it's like going back to childhood again, but it's in using ultralight tackle, fishing for smallmouth bass on these rivers. And why ultralight tackle? It's because it feels better to me. It gives me a better feel of what the fish are doing, what I'm doing. It's not about, did I catch a 20-inch fish? It's about taking that strike and making the most out of it and really enjoying it. So I'm using light line and little bitty lures. That's part of ultralight. But I've also found that in using those little bitty lures, I actually catch more fish. Those little bitty lures are more the type of food that these fish are eating most of the time. And I've told you about this new company that I find really interesting, that has the tiny little lures and the baits that don't break apart. But there's so many important aspects of this. The color, everything. But what I'm using is a little 6-foot ultralight rod, very light line, let's say 8-pound test braid with leader on the front of the braid, because I found that the braid is very abrasive, and these little bitty lures with little bitty hooks. And to me, it's pure joy. To a lot of you, going out in the St. Lawrence River and catching a 6-pound smallmouth is your dream of a lifetime. And there's nothing about that isn't tremendously exciting. But I want you to think that we all have our most enjoyable ways of fishing. A lot of you, it's going out and trolling for walleyes. And it's all good and it's all wonderful. And even those of you that look forward to the springtime bullhead fishing and sitting on the bank with your kids and building a little fire and setting your rod in a little rod keeper and just watching for the line to move and for the rod to twitch. That can be tremendously fun too. It may be the most fun of all for you. But that's what fishing is about. And that's what I look at as I look forward to becoming not necessarily a better angler, but an angler that enjoys the pure, simple joys of it more and more all the time. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meissner with the North Country Fishing Report.